Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to do a quick follow-up to my Glock 19 review that I put on there last week. I just got back from the range again, about 30 minutes now. I got home and I shot about, I don't know, maybe 150 rounds, give or take, through it today, and still shoots flawlessly. It didn't have any jams, any issues like that. I have a picture I'm going to try to put on there if I can of the target. I did pretty good, I thought. After about, I don't know, maybe about 100 rounds through it or so, my arm kind of got tired, and it was pretty pitiful afterward. But the first few I did really well with, I thought. Anyways, out of 25 yards, y'all can check that out. Part of what I wanted to talk about was the ammunition that I've been picking up. I complained a lot in my last review about how expensive it is, and that hasn't really changed much because it's still quite expensive. I have 4 different bullets here I wanted you guys to see. The first one is from Academy Sports. This guy right here. It's a Monarch 115 grain full metal jacket 9mm. And the second one is the Winchester white box 115 grain full metal jackets. Then we have a Federal 115 grain full metal jacket. And last but not least, this is the Federal not Federal, I apologize. It's a Remington jacket at hollow points. I just got those today, actually. I haven't even shot that one yet. But anyway, the other 3 I shot, and for as much as they cost, I mean, I gotta say that I'm pretty impressed with the Federal. It's $9.97, I think, for the box of 50, and dude, they shoot really, really well, and they look really good too. I think the Winchester white boxes just look trashy. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I probably pay too much attention to aesthetics, but I don't know if you guys probably can't see that. I'm sure it's not going to get focused in enough, but they just don't look good. They cost $13 for a box of 50 up against the Federals, like I said, which are $9.97 for a box of 50. And they just look better. They shoot extremely well. I was very impressed with the Federals, I gotta tell you. I blame all my stragglers on my target on the Winchester white boxes. There's probably no real justification for that aside from I just need somebody to blame for my my bad shooting every now and then. Now, the other thing I want to talk about was the laser on the front. Like I said, I picked that up off of eBay for 20 bucks, including shipping. And still, after I think I shot 100 rounds last week and 150 today, give or take, and it's still spot on. So yeah, that's a pretty good deal, guys. If you want to pick up a laser, I highly recommend this one. Like I said, it's from NC Star. I'm going to quickly safety check the pistol for you guys. There you go. Magazine's clear. Proper open, nothing in there. Check the barrel. If you guys see that, it's good. Alright, straight. I did want to complain a little bit about the grip on the Glock. This is a 3rd gen, and it is really spiny. I know that, I'm sure, well, I shouldn't say no, I'm assuming that a lot of people complained about the 2nd gen Glocks. There wasn't enough grip on it, and so the 3rd gens, they did this spiny pattern on there. And guys, that thing is rough on the hands. I'm sure my camera isn't going to be clear enough to show you, but I mean, like, it freaking took some of the skin off. I mean, it doesn't hurt by any stretch, but it's like freaking exfoliating your hand every time you shoot it. But I mean, the grip's good, so I guess that's alright. I ordered a Hoe grip offline a couple days ago. Hopefully it'll be here pretty soon, and we'll give that a shot next week, and I'll do a little follow-up on that one. Also, I want to talk about the 32 round mag that I have. I got that one from ProMag from topglock.com, I believe, and it was $20. Maybe 25 after shipping. Sounds pretty right. Anyway, it still works fantastic. Last time I was only able to shoot about 25 rounds out of it. I didn't have any hiccups. Today I shot 2 full clips, and it worked flawlessly. There was no issues at all. The thing does get a little difficult to load as you start getting down, but with the little Glock loader they give you, it works fantastic, and it shoots really well. I was very impressed with it. I gotta tell you, especially for that much money, $25 is brilliant. And it looks really good. compare it to the Glock standard mags. I mean, you can see it's not quite as well built as the Glock mags are. Just little things. I got bullets in it I'd like to show you if I can. I don't know if you guys can see like there, just like the little hangs of the plastic where they just didn't deburr it. Those little things like that. But I mean, otherwise it looks really good, and I'm very impressed with it, especially for the money. Again, I need to get a extended mag release for it. A lot of people on YouTube have gotten those, and I understand why, because that is almost flush with the grip, and you have to kind of go out of your way to use it. The extended slider release a lot of people get, but I don't even use the slider release hardly ever, and if I do, usually it's in a situation like that where I just pull it back anyway and let it go, so it doesn't have to take a lot of tension to release it. So that's not a big deal for me, but a lot of people get those. I did also want to mention the trigger on the Glock. I'm going to show you guys just how much pull there is on this thing. If you aren't familiar with them, like I really wasn't, I mean, I've researched them for a long time, but I never really held one in my hand. Anyway, I'm just going to show you guys how much of pull this thing's got. And when you get to that last little breaking point, I think I started getting used to it a little bit more today when I was shooting, because normally you're shooting rifles where you just kind of squeeze the trigger and it's a nice even pull all the way through, and then the gun goes off. With this, it's a steady pull, and then you get to a little breaking point back here, and then it kind of stops you, and then you squeeze through that. And I kind of got used to it, and I think my shots progressed through the day a little bit better, especially when I first started shooting. When I got to the range, it was hot, and so I just started blasting the target that was there ahead of me. And then once I put mine up, I think I did a little bit better, just because I started realizing that you can just kind of squeeze through the breaking point of the trigger as opposed to squeezing it all the way through the pull. But anyway, just something I thought I'd mention to you guys out there. If you're not familiar with them, it takes a little bit to get used to. One thing that I like to do, or at least it looks cool, I don't know if it's safe, and I haven't actually kept it in there just for the safety reason, but I'm going to show you guys real fast. Just a second. Glocks have this little gap right here in the grip. I think it looks really cool to slide a couple bullets in there. Like, that just looks awesome, but I'm not sure if it's very safe or not, so I haven't really done it. If anybody out there keeps their Glock like that and hasn't had any issues, let me know, because I want to. I mean, I might start putting spent shells in there just because I think it looks so cool. But anyway, just like I said, if anybody else does that, give me a holler, because I'd like to know. I don't think there's much else to talk about for today. Like I said, I'll put that picture up of the target that I shot. It's at 25 yards, and I put a little over 30 rounds, I believe, into it. And there's a couple of stragglers, excuse me, on the top and bottom. But I did pretty flipping well, I thought, for 25 yards anyway. Yeah, that's about it, guys.